2 NCAA championships as an athlete, 4 as a coach, and enough honors and accolades to tip over a trophy case. I've reached the pinnacle of career achievements in the world of wrestling. Yet, in each of these instances, I woke up the next morning asking myself, now what? I've set goals and I've reached them, personally, professionally, and athletically. But with each goal, as the euphoria of achievement settles, a perpetual desire to meet a higher standard, to be better creeps in. But this is not dissatisfaction or vanity, but simply the human desire for contentment. You see, athletics has taught me the connection between goal setting within sports and expectation setting in your everyday life. When we break down the basis of why we set and chase goals, the bottom line is often a desire to achieve contentment. Now, contentment is defined as a state of happiness and satisfaction. All humans desire it, but what happens once we achieve this euphoria? While feelings of achievement should be enjoyed, these moments should serve as temporary periods to self-evaluate and reset our goals to bigger and better things. It's good to chase contentment, but we can't live in this state of euphoria for too long, not if we want to maximize our full potential. Having watched my athletes strive for their goals on and off the wrestling mat, I believe that contentment is shaped by matching our reality with our levels of expectation. Reality in this context refers to our knowledge, skills, and abilities, while our expectation levels refer to our goals. Reflecting on my first national championship as a head coach, I was so relieved to finally see all my time, energy, and sacrifice pay off. But this feeling of satisfaction soon wore off after a day or two. Truthfully, that window of time after celebrating such a great accomplishment left me in a stagnant and mildly depressed state where all I could do is question where to go next. But after some intentional reflection over the following weeks, I found new goals to chase and was finally able to focus on bettering myself and my athletes, sparking my drive and purpose again. Facing the reality of contentment showed me the gap between our levels of reality and our levels of expectation is what creates discontentment. Whether or not we recognize it, we live in a balancing act, constantly fighting to make these two levels meet in the middle to achieve our own versions of contentment. For some, their level of reality is higher than their level of expectation. This gap of discontentment usually forces people to do one of two things: either elevate your level of expectation or lower your level of reality. The first, elevating your level of expectation, can lead to growth, discipline, purpose, and passion, while the latter, lowering your level of reality, can lead to low self-esteem, laziness, lack of discipline, and poor performance. For others, the opposite can be true, that being their level of expectation is higher than their level of reality. This second gap of discontentment calls for a similar reevaluation. Either elevate your level of reality or lower your level of expectation. Elevating your level of reality can lead to that growth, discipline, purpose, and passion, while lowering your level of expectation can lead to that low self-esteem, laziness, lack of discipline, and poor performance. The biggest challenge I face as a coach is getting my athletes to elevate their level of reality and chase goals that push the boundaries of their existing skills and talents. While this process is challenging and definitely carries its frustrations, there's joy to be found in this journey to greatness. Because when goals are met and our levels of expectation and reality meet in the middle, we get to enjoy the fruits of our labor, reflect positively on the journey, and prepare ourselves to meet new goals and face new challenges. But why is this topic important to discuss? From the athletic side, student athletes struggle immensely with mental health issues negatively impacting performance in the classroom, sports, and their personal lives. But beyond athletes, this idea of the human desire for contentment is something we are all challenged with. After a goal is met, what if the time of contentment was spent growing and preparing ourselves for what's next, instead of just checking the box and relaxing in this state of complacency? Often, and almost always, this post-achievement euphoria is met with celebration, but rarely with genuine reflection and intentional education? What if coaches and athletes spent just as much time evaluating the knowledge, skills, and abilities needed to set and achieve future goals as they do combing through the details of why or why not they got to win? Or what if outside of sports, corporations trained leaders to focus on working with employees beyond evaluating every step of the work process, and instead to focus on the moments during and after a goal is met? This desire for contentment is something we will encounter for the rest of our lives. We chase this desire because we dream of the permanence of satisfaction. However, it's beyond important that we keep going and continue to raise our level of expectation, followed by our level of reality, to maximize our full potential. So I would challenge each of you to remember these three things. First, understand the root of the goals you set. That is your desire for contentment. This is where the work of matching your level of expectation to your level of reality comes in. Second, understand the importance of avoiding stagnation as a result of contentment. The mountaintop is temporary. In fact, the peak gets higher and higher as you go. So don't get lost in the moment, because the higher you can get depends on your choice to keep climbing. And finally, take time after every achievement to educate yourself. Find ways to elevate your future expectations while also maximizing your potential knowledge, skills, and abilities. See, the loose threads in athletics and in life are the moments between goals that often go unexamined. While we spend time setting goals, chasing them, and celebrating or reacting to the outcome, we rarely reflect on what comes next after our biggest wins. That post-goal period is where gaps between reality and expectation exist, and if left untied, can lead to complacency, stagnation, or identity crisis. But when we intentionally reflect, learn, and reset expectations, we pull those loose threads back into the fabric of growth and long-term development. So let me ask you, are you content, or are you still chasing your full potential? Thank you.